Why did you feel it was right to talk about the situation?
A lot of speculations about him going on.
Okay.
So obviously every time it'd come up on TikTok, I would ask him and he'd be like, Loz, I promise you, like, I'm not going on there. And I rang him at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon and it didn't go through.
Right.
And that's when I thought, oh no.
Where does this leave you mentally now?
I think obviously when you do love someone, you don't see them sides of someone as much.
You can't disappear without a trace and go on one of the biggest shows on ITV.
I didn't want to believe it literally until I saw the headline.
I'm so speechless, Lauren.
I feel like I'm living my nightmare.
Would you go in now if they asked you? Please welcome to Not My Bag, a Love Island exclusive. It's Lauren Wood. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. We just did some warming up, guys, before we got onto the mic, didn't we?
Yeah, a bit of Sharpay Evans.
Bit of Sharpay Evans. I feel like when you do a morning pod, you really need to warm up, get the vocal cords going. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We've got so much to go through. So much to talk about. We're really going to charge it to the game today. Charge it. So I thought I'd start off with some questions that I have because obviously I haven't seen you or sat down with you, since your season. And there were some things flying around that I heard that I'd love to speak to you about. So the first one is, I've got here, can we clear up the rumour of you being a Love Island industry plant? Because is it right that you were in the villa for a test run? Is that right?
Yes, it is right.
Tell me about that. How does that even...
I honestly think it's just a case of they're just testing the cameras, test the lighting.
Right.
Basically, you're a guinea pig.
I love that for you.
I feel like that's the best way to
Bit of a free holiday, really.
I feel like that's the best way to describe it. Free holiday, yeah.
So did you apply for Love Island and they contacted you about that, or did you?
No, they reached out on Instagram.
Really?
And DM'd, and then I was like, you know what? Why not do it?
No way.
I'll see. And then they asked me about the dry run, but I've never watched Love Island before going on.
Okay.
So I've watched the odd episode at my friend's house, but I've never actually watched a season on my own, ever. I'm a soaps girl, so I don't actually watch stuff like that. And so I didn't really know what a dry run was. I'd never heard of it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, you know what? If I say no, what if I don't then go and get the chance to actually go on it?
Okay,
it's another way for people to see what you like in the villa. So I thought, right, it's my one in a lifetime opportunity, go for it.
Yeah.
I thought I'd do it. And then we was there for a couple of days, and then I think they literally go in just after.
Right, okay. And then they liked you from that dry run and then were like, let's put her in.
Yeah.
Amazing. Did you do it with Ty?
Yeah, so me and Ty both did
funny.
the dry run. Yeah.
Love that for you guys.
Yeah.
So you hadn't applied, you'd been scouted for the show, is essentially what it was. I love that you hadn't seen it before. I think that's the best way to go into a show.
You know what? I actually think it is, because I said to my friends, maybe if I'd have known how it actually was, maybe I wouldn't have even done it. Honestly, because I feel like watching it, maybe you'd be like, oh, I don't know if I'd like that, or I don't know. Because I didn't really have any ideas of what it was going to be like. I kind of went in there.
It's good. No preconceptions. You're also not going to fake it, and you're going to be completely yourself.
Yeah, I was definitely myself.
Yeah.
I can say.
I know, I felt so bad for you when you left, but we'll get onto that. How have you been feeling since Love Island in the summer? Obviously, it's been a fair few months. How was it coming out, adjusting? How's life been in general for you?
Do you know what? Honestly, it's a complete life change. I think the hardest part is I was only there for a couple of weeks, and you basically go in there being no one, and then you come out and everyone knows your business. And I think it's just hard to adapt to a whole new lifestyle, as well as having a relationship in the public eye and everyone being on you at all times, in your business and stuff. And it's just adapting to not go into a necessary job where you go 9 to 5. It's hard to adapt to having a routine. I really struggled with I'm a routine girl. Before the villa, I used to be up at 6 a.m. in the gym every morning. I was a strict routine girl, meal prep. And then I think you come out and you have no routine. You're in London all the time, back and forth, and you don't have a set. So I think it was just hard to adapt to not having a routine.
Honestly, that's the hardest thing that I found when I started, freelancing and doing this, was that I used to, have a corporate job, 9 to 5, my gym was planned, when I'd eat was planned. And then with this, you're so thrown, you're oh, I don't know how to keep consistent with anything. So I get that completely, I relate to that. Do you keep in touch with any of previous cast members that you were with? Is there any active group chats? I love asking that, because I'm is there group chats? Do they still do that?
We did have a girls group chat actually with all the girls from my season, but to be honest, we spoke in summer, but I speak to quite a few of the girls still from my season. I'm still friends with everyone. It's not a case of like being in touch all the time, but if I see them around or if I see them at an event, I'm friends with them all.
Actually, I remember that White Fox event when I saw you, and it was basically the entire cast. It was basically like an unofficial, after party.
Love Island reunion.
Literally. I was walking around like, God. I remember I was speaking to Helena. I had like a bottle of Prosecco, and I was going, "You should do All Stars. You should just do it."
She was always a given for that.
Yeah.
She's done it.
When I walked into that event, because I had my mullet and moustache, she thought I was Harry from afar. Apparently, she really panicked and ran out the back.
I can see that a bit, I can see that a little bit.
I'm taking it as a compliment. Guy's a charmer.
He is.
Let's get on to some chat. And I'll start this off by saying, obviously, about the situation, you've been very intentional about what you've said, like publicly, haven't you?
Yeah.
Why did you feel it was right to talk about the situation?
Because I think a lot of people are going to have speculations and think certain things of our situation. A lot of people don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Like, no one knows our situation apart from me. Obviously, the public think they know what's happened and what's gone on in our relationship. And I think it's my time to actually share what actually has happened. Obviously, I'm very hurt by the situation. And, yeah.
So there's obviously been a lot of headlines and stuff like that. What actually happened when you guys left the villa? Because obviously he made the decision to leave with you.
Yeah.
Talk me through that, like what happened straight after.
To be honest, we had a very good relationship since leaving the villa. Like, from the moment he left, we literally was inseparable. Like, we didn't spend any time apart, really, to be honest. And we had an amazing few months together, and I'm very grateful for the memories that we've got. We had a good relationship, and then obviously it came to like November, and that's when we ended publicly.
Okay. Was that on good terms?
Yeah. Oh yeah. God, yeah. Like we had a perfect relationship. It wasn't a case of us not wanting to be together because there was an area in our relationship that just wasn't working out, or we wasn't getting to see each other. There was no part of our relationship that we felt needed working on. It was more of a case of us working on ourselves to be the best partners for each other.
Right, fine.
So it was a case of we ended publicly, but we was very much still in contact every single day.
Right.
Call each other all the time. It wasn't a case of not us liking each other. It was just we needed to do things on our own in order to get back together. So that's what we was working towards, the future together.
Yeah.
So obviously it did end in the best terms possible.
Okay.
But I think the annoying, frustrating part is obviously it's the outside noise that they think we had a certain relationship when actually no one really saw our relationship. They just saw what they saw on social media, and it's easy to pick up and say, oh well, we think this of the relationship or we think that.
Yeah.
But
they're not in it.
That's not real life. That's just social media. Like they don't see the actual relationship. So yeah, it did technically end in November, but it wasn't a case of ending because one of us didn't want to be with each other.
Yeah,
it was a case of literally going off, working on ourselves, and the plan was to get back together and see our people together. Until obviously recently.
Yeah, so typically that's around the time as well that I know a lot of kind of like producers start having chats about All Stars. Is that when you did publicly split, was that a conversation that you had together where you said, like if that opportunity arose, we both wouldn't go on the show?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like we've had multiple conversations, like time and time again, because obviously there was not really any speculations of me going on. There was a lot of speculations about him going on.
Okay.
So obviously every time it'd come up on TikTok, I would ask him and he'd be like, Loz, I promise you, like, I'm not going on there. I promise you now, like, I wouldn't do that to you. We both agreed, like, it wouldn't be the right thing to do. And it would break either of our hearts to see one of us go on there. And that was just the agreement we had. He said, obviously, if, say in a year's time we work together, then yeah, fair enough.
Sure.
You know, go do it. It's fine if we was not back together, we weren't, whatever. But yeah, that was, we promised each other we would not do that. And that was the case right up until he went.
But if you like wanted to pursue that, like you felt like you didn't want to.
I wouldn't. Yeah. I would never have done that, no, because for me, I wanted to, obviously I saw a future with me and him, so it wouldn't have been the right move for me to do.
Yeah. And how important was that reassurance for you as well? Because obviously, as you said, you've like publicly split up, but you're still talking every day. You've got this strong friendship. You're kind of building towards the end goal of hopefully being together.
Yeah.
I can imagine that reassurance from him saying, I'm not going on, was super important for you, because I assume that's what you're working towards, isn't it, daily?
Yeah, and do you know what the hard part is? I actually believed him. Like, I was so adamant. Like, obviously my friends and family had sent TikToks saying, well, it says he's going on. And I'm like, yeah, but that's just social media. Don't believe everything you see. Like, I had his back through it all. And I was like, he would never do that to me. Like, there's just no way. And I was, up until literally a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I was like, he wouldn't do that. There's no way. So I think it's actually the shock of it all. And I think because we'd promised each other that we would never do that. And that was the final decision. Like, we've had multiple conversations with it. I actually said to him, I'm so like happy that you've proved everyone wrong. Because obviously when we split up, there was like that rumour of, well, he split up because he wants to have time before All-Star.
Right.
So I'd said to him, I'm so glad you've proved everyone wrong. And I said that on the phone, and it was like, he's let me sit there and say that, knowing that actually was going on.
Does it bring back feelings as well from your time in the villa? Because obviously your time was quite up and down then as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And so I can imagine, like, obviously correct me if I'm wrong, but I guess when you came out, you're like clean slate and you can like build on that because it's not that intense environment, and then it's almost difficult to see him go back and kind of follow that type of behaviour pattern. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think, for me, when we came out, we did have a clean slate, and I had 100% trust in him, like, but despite what everyone thought, I had so much trust in that boy, like, I really did. And like, he was the first boy that I've been with in like years that I actually had 100% trust in, and he made me regain trust with someone, because I thought I would never trust someone, and I feel like I regained my trust with him. And then it's obviously now I'm just like, if we was as good as we were and you've done that, like, that's the disrespectful part. I can't honestly believe.
And the fact that he left with you as well to show that commitment, it's like, it's difficult to hear. Where does this leave you mentally now, with the fact that he has literally said this to you and reassured you, and then has gone like on All Stars?
I feel like I can't believe that someone that I thought cared about me so much, and I don't know where my head's at with it, to be honest, because I feel like I can't get the closure that I want. Like I've said to my family, like, I feel like I'm having to go through a breakup all over again, because really, like, nothing changed between me and him apart from we were spending loads of time together in person. That's the only difference. We still were very much together, and how a relationship would act in communication wise and stuff. Like, you know, if we was to be out, we'd be like, oh, I'm just on my way home. All them sort of things, as we would be in a relationship. And to be honest, I actually thought that we were stronger than we'd ever been. So now I think I'm having to deal with like a sudden breakup again, but getting no closure. I can't contact him, even if I want to contact him.
Can we talk about that, about how you found out? Because wasn't it that the phone messages just stopped abruptly?
Yeah. So we spoke literally all day, every day, and then I sent him a message. He said, "Are you good?" or something. I don't know. He was asking if I was okay. I replied, and he never responded.
Right.
And then I think this was the Saturday. No, it was the Sunday, like early hours of Sunday. I rang him Sunday afternoon because I was like, I've not heard from him all day, and that is literally unheard of. Like, we've never gone a day where we've not spoken.
Since you left the villa, you hadn't gone a day without speaking?
No, okay. Never. And we were very much in contact all the time, so I was starting to panic. And then I rang him at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it didn't go through.
Right.
And that's when I thought, oh no, I hope not.
Yeah.
And then I thought, no, surely not. Like, there must be another reason.
Yeah.
And then it was only that week, literally a day later, that I'd seen something, and I thought, his phone's still not going through. I tried again, and it didn't go through.
I can't believe it.
So yeah, I can't believe it, to be honest. Like, I feel like obviously I've had like a few days to like get over it.
Yeah.
And stuff now, but I'm like, still now I just cannot believe he's done that.
I think mentally as well, like, where's your head at in terms of like moving forward from this? Like, I know we literally spoke off camera about you're watching the season. Like, are you even going to be able to watch it? Are you going to wait until he comes out to like obviously seek that closure? Like, where's your, I know that's obviously a big question. I don't expect you to have a fully fledged answer, but it must be really tough. Like I can't even imagine what's going on in your head right now.
It is. I think it is just the sudden shock of it all. Like I feel like it doesn't, I think until I see him on the screen, it won't feel real. Like I keep thinking, he's just not going on, like he can't be surely doing that. But I think until he gets on there, that's when obviously it will sink in, like, you know, he is on there. The thought of him with someone else, because obviously like it's not a case of him going on a TV show where you're going on there for your career and you're going on there to get with someone.
When you were in the villa and coming out, obviously, like you defended like him obviously having some red flags, and you defended him to, like, you know, your fans and things like that, in terms of just being like, we're going to make this work. Did you obviously want to believe him so badly because that connection you had? I
feel like I saw the best in him, and as a person, I have nothing bad to say of him. Like I said, we had an amazing relationship, and he is such a lovely person. I think obviously when you do love someone, you don't really, I feel like you just kind of don't see them sides of someone as much, maybe because you are obviously so in love with that person.
And you trust him as well.
Yeah, and I genuinely trusted him, and I genuinely thought, well, you know what? People only see an hour a day on Love Island. You see an hour of 24 hours. You can't judge someone on that. So for people to comment on it, I was just like, yeah, but you didn't see him the way I did. And so I did obviously, you know, have his back through it all. But now obviously I'm thinking, I can't believe if you can do that, then like, I don't know. I just didn't think he would have done that to me, to be honest.
Is there any form of future in your head that you can see, or is this just like such a disregard for you and trust that you're like, there's just no way?
No, do you know what? I've thought about it back and forth, obviously, the last week. Like, I've been thinking about all the possible scenarios, as girls do. You just overthink every single possible situation. And I think if he'd have said to me, like, Loz, I know this is going to break your heart, but I want to go on there because it's a career move, like, and I would respect his honesty. Yes, it would break my heart, but I would have respected that, you know what, he's come and he's told me he didn't have to do that, and I'd have had a lot more respect. It's the fact that he's literally just spoke to me right up until the moment and then just disappeared and not have, it's almost like, well, he just thinks, well, now he doesn't have his phone. He can, like, you know, like,
you can't disappear without a trace and go on one of the biggest shows on ITV. Like, I also just can't comprehend the thought process from his perspective.
This is what I keep going back and forth in my head, because I think, what did he think like was actually going to happen? Like, did he just think up until that moment, you know what, I'm just going to speak to her right up until I get on the flight and then I'm going to fly out of here?
So hard, because it is such a cop out, because like you've said, you would have appreciated the honesty more. Whatever, you're going to be hurt in this situation, whatever the outcome is 100%. Of him going on that show. So you'd rather someone have the balls to say, this is what I want to do. And look, if it's justifiable to him and it's like a career move, whatever, you know, if that's how you want, I always say to people, if that's what makes you feel better, then fine.
And if that's the direction he wants to go down, I would have been like, you know what, I appreciate your honesty, H. Like, thank you very much for telling me. Obviously, it's going to break my heart seeing you on TV.
But you need to protect your peace as well.
Yeah, and if that's what you want to do, and your career means that more than obviously our relationship, that's absolutely. I would never want someone to stop, and I've always said this with whoever I would be with. I would never want to stop someone from doing what they want to do and achieving their goals. So if that was for him going back on there, yes, it would break my heart, but I would have had a lot more respect for him being honest with me. It's the fact that he's just not had any respect at all, because to do that to someone that was your best friend
and that you like care about and trusted, I'm so shocked and shook. And I've been shook about this before, but even talking to you, there's no like rationale behind it. I can't even think in my head like, oh, maybe he did it because of this, maybe he did it because of that. Like, in your shoes, I mean, you're very calm and composed, considering I would be crashing out. I mean, I'm sure you've had your moments.
And it's been, I think the first few days was like, I just felt sick to my stomach. I genuinely couldn't believe it. And the first few days was really, really hard. I feel like I hate when people say time is a healer, but it is. And you come to terms with it a lot more than you do in the first few days. The first couple of days, like, honestly, like, I just couldn't believe it. I kept like I'd texted him a couple of times because I was like, no, he wouldn't. So I didn't want to believe it literally until I saw the headline, and then that's when I was like, God, he's actually going in. Like, I can't believe it. And obviously then everyone's sending me on TikTok. It's hard to miss. Like, it's literally everywhere.
Yeah. It was, I've got the headline here, and it was heating up, very controversial Love Islander flies out to South Africa to bombshell All Stars return. So, I mean, like, even seeing that, you're like, I guess your stomach must have dropped. That it's actually, honestly, I guess that's the confirmation, isn't it, that you didn't want to see.
And do you know what? That sick feeling I'd not had for ages, because even though there was quite a few headlines, like maybe a month or so ago, about it, obviously he'd shut it down.
It's been rumours, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I guess you were still speaking to him, weren't you? Yeah.
And whenever there was a rumour, I'd send it and he would say, Loz, you know, like, it's not happening. So I kind of like, honestly, you know what? I literally believed it, honestly, so much to the point where I was like, there is no way. I was so adamant he just wouldn't do it to me. And that's where it hurts the most, that he would do this to me, and not when I've done nothing but
support him and
support him till I supported him in every way possible. And it's just that it is the disrespect.
Guys.
Like,
Right. I'm so speechless, Lauren. This rarely happens on this podcast.
You lost words.
Honestly. Naturally, when Love Island is cast, like, there's typically previous connections, or there is, like, they'll look at someone and be like, okay, their suit is this person, blah, blah. Do you think there's someone in the cast that he might have, like, been going in there for? Or someone that, do you know what I mean? Or you think, has that ever been a thought that's passed through your head? I was just interested because, I mean, to do this to you, I'm like, is there a reason why?
Do you know what? Maybe there is. At this point, I feel like I don't even know
him.
No. So I don't know. Maybe there was like an actual, I'm going in for her. Or maybe it is a case of he's being called and they've asked, will you come on? And he's being like, well, I guess I could go for whoever. I don't know whether he's going in
like for them or whatever, because there's been we do the baggage claim segment on here. I'm kind of running to this segment because this is where we look at headlines, and naturally there's been a lot of rumors like you've mentioned, and one of them is about Harrison's date with Sammy. I think, did you comment on this, or have you? I don't know. It says Lauren speaks out, but I don't know whether.
I've never.
Do you know? It's maybe like
I spoke to him about it.
Fine.
Obviously.
Yeah.
As soon as it obviously had come out, like, I spoke to him about it, and he was like, "Loz, nothing happened. Like, there's nothing to worry about. We just spoke," because me and him have met Sammy at an event before.
Yeah.
So it was not a case of he didn't know. Like, obviously, if I seen someone out, I would speak to them. Obviously, it's been unfortunate that it's then been packed and put in the paper, and it looks cozy on the pictures, but I just think that's just a picture.
Yeah.
I genuinely do believe that there was nothing to it, and that was just unfortunate that they've got pictures of it.
Yeah.
But I do think he maybe will go in for Sammy, because that's his usual type.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely crazy. So I've got here that you're friends of Helen. Obviously, you were on the show with Noah from events and stuff, and have kept in touch. Do you think she's going to be shocked to see him walk in, knowing you and the situation?
100%. I think I literally was thinking about this morning on the way down here. Like, I don't think she will expect him to go in, because we stayed together the other week in a hotel just in London.
Okay.
And I told her the whole situation, because I've not really spoken to many people about it.
Right.
Because, again, I don't want people involved in my business. And he said that, but no, obviously now I think...
Of course he's going to say that, though.
Now I think, like, am I actually stupid? Well, not. Am I silly for believing that maybe that was the reason? I don't know. Because I feel like now I'm like, yeah, I did keep quiet about everything. And obviously that's what he...
I don't think that's it. I don't think in any of this situation that you can feel a type of way or almost blame yourself for anything, because at the end of the day, you stayed true to yourself and you trusted him implicitly. And I think that, like, as much as like you've not given anyone your business or said anything, do you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't think that's your fault. If anything, it's just all on him for not being honest and breaking that trust with you. Do you think that Helena will say something, or do you think she'll defend you in the way of saying, oh, this is a bit strange, or
I don't know, because obviously I told Hells the whole situation when I seen her. We'd gone out for dinner and stuff, and she asked what's going on with you and Harrison, and I told her everything. So I was like, she went, do you think he'll go on All Stars? And I was like, absolutely not. Like, there's no way. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like it depends if they air it or not.
That's the thing. She might shocked. Say something, but like we might not even see it.
So I don't know. And obviously they did get on in their season. I understand that she's not going to just not speak to him. Like, and I wouldn't want her to, because they were friends before I get into
just don't crack on. Yeah. Don't crack on. No.
But I don't know. I think she will be shocked though. I don't think she would expect it.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Would you go in now if they asked you?
I've thought about this as well. I think part of me says I'd like to just hear him out, because I would love to have the closure, and I would want to know why he thought it was okay to do what he's done the way he's done it. But then I also think at the same time, me going in like, don't give him the satisfaction.
I feel like it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? And I think that I agree with you. It's like, you 100% want that closure, but like at what cost for you? Do you know what I mean?
And I just think for the outside, like, it wouldn't be. I think a lot of people would have a lot of opinions when they don't know the whole story. And
if he's not told you the truth either, you just don't know if the closure that you get is going to be the entire truth anyway.
I think, is it really worth it? But part of me would love to hear, what he's got to actually say about it, because I would like to have that closure. But then by the time he's out, like, it's,
What I love about this situation from your perspective is that, like, you haven't come on here to like bash him, or do you know what I mean? Like, you're still not being like super negative about him, which I think is so amicable and like says a lot about your character, because like, I guess it's just like the hurt of not getting the truth from this situation.
And that is literally the thing. Like, I'm not sitting here and saying all this I don't want him bad. I believe he is a good person. Down, and
it's his actions, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just the actions and what he has done in the way he's done it. It's not even the fact he's going on there, like I've said. It is just the fact of the disrespect that he's not even come and told me himself. He's let me find out from, papers and stuff. Like, it's not, he isn't a bad person. I don't even our relationship, I'm not going to sit here. We had a perfect relationship. We had an amazing memories that I'll always remember. But he has hurt me in one of the worst ways possible, because I just think it is the disrespect.
Do you think after this, like, that chapter's closed for you?
Yeah. I just think I couldn't move on from that.
It feels like the worst possible thing someone could do, because it's like you're being led on to something that you're being constantly reassured is not going to happen, with then no communication and then no closure. There's very few situations in any relationship where this could ever happen, which is why my heart goes out for you, because I think when are you ever going to experience this in actual, like, real day-to-day life?
And this is what I think I'm struggling with the most. Like, it's such a strange situation
and you can't even like talk to anyone and go, oh, has your man ever turned his phone off and gone on All Stars? Like, it's really hard.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think do you know what, it's weird as well, because I feel like, do you know what, when we split up, that was my worst nightmare, and I feel like I'm living my nightmare. That's how I feel.
I'm so sorry,
because I feel like I've dreaded it for so long that even though I didn't think he was going to do it, it's still obviously been a thought in my mind for a long time, and now I feel like, oh my God, it's reality. Like, he actually is going in there, and that is the hurtful part.
Thank you for trusting me to talk about it as well, because I really appreciate it, and I can imagine this was hard to talk about. So yeah, no, my heart goes out to you, and I hope that you're able to find some closure somehow in the coming months. But yeah, I can imagine it's a rocky time for you at the minute.
Yeah.
Well, as my mum says, it has to get worse before it can get better from our old Lisa Baggs. I wanted to move on to the baggage claim segment we have, because there's just a couple of headlines here that I wanted to read out, just get your opinion on. But I mean, look, we've covered this, but I'll read it out anyway. But I feel like the whole pod encapsulates this. It says, Love's still there. Love Island's Lauren reveals the truth behind split from Harrison and says she'd be gutted if it exited All Stars. I'm assuming that must have been just a chat where you've said in passing,
that was at the beauty award.
Oh, okay,
I had this chat, and he said to me, oh, Lars, you've done so well on that chat. Oh my God. And I said, oh, thank you. Like, you know what? I did do well on that chat.
Fuck. The way the whole room just went, oh. Oh, right. Well, we end on the goodie bag, which is some good news, which is what I really feel like we need after this.
It's a positive.
And it's a positive that you're doing, which is amazing. So you're running the London Marathon for Dogs Trust. Is that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I am.
correct.
I'm so excited.
Which is so lovely. And you're like, I know you're a big runner.
Mm-hmm.
You love it. I mean, you just told us off camera you drink like loads of Cokes a day, so no wonder where you get the energy from. Love that for you. I need to take a leaf out of your book.
5Ks. That's the reason.
What's your time of a 5K?
My best time is 23 minutes outside.
Right.
21 on a treadmill.
Girl, I can't even do. I started to run again, right? You'll be proud of me.
Oh,
started to run. Last week I ran 20K, so like 5K, like how many? I didn't do well at maths. Kane's like 4. Woo!
Yeah.
But like my times are just really bad because I haven't done it in ages. Like 32 minutes.
Oh, it's not that bad.
I know.
It's average.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. But no, I think it's great that you're doing that, and also for a lovely charity as well.
Yeah, I'm so excited to do it for Dogs Trust because obviously I was a dog walker before. I'm a massive dog lover.
I forgot to ask you. I forgot what you did before.
Yeah,
so you did
I
that
was
before.
a dog walker. Yeah, and I am literally like, I will be that crazy dog lady when I'm old. I fear that I am gonna be like that one woman that has loads of dogs when they're older.
No, I love that. We want to do that. We want to get loads of chihuahuas.
At least I'll be at peace.
I know, yeah. Single dog, only chihuahua. No, not chihuahuas. That's me. Only dogs. That's the way forward. Not crazy cat lady, crazy dog lady.
Me and my best friend actually said the other day, do you know, I fear we're gonna be like in our like 60s with loads of mini dashhounds, and it's just going to be the crazy dog lady.
Well, do you know what? You'd rather that than someone turn around one day and block your number and go all stars. So. Honestly, I've always wanted to run a marathon. It's one of my goals, but the actual thought of breaking that down and doing it, I'm like, I can't.
Do you know what it is? I think I've done 2 halves now.
Right, okay.
So I think if I can do a half, I can do a full.
Yeah.
Like, surely. It's just like when I used to be able to only do 10, I think I can do 20k. If I can do 10k, I can do 20. If I can do, I think a half marathon's like 21 and a half kilometers. So I think, yeah, some people can do that. I can do a full.
It's crazy. I finish a 5k and I never think I could do a 10k. I go, Kane, call the paramedic. I need bags of peas on my knees.
I just think once you build your fitness levels up,
some people just
going.
rock up
and
do it, no training.
Yeah.
Those are the people that you should not trust in life. How important is it for you now to use your platform for something positive? Do you feel like that's, you know what I mean? Like after Love Island, I guess it's really nice that you're doing something.
I think as well, like, it's good to actually use my platform for something positive to help a charity, that help a lot of other lives and like, well, not lives, dogs' lives.
Dogs' lives are still lives.
Exactly. And they get to live a happy life. So I just think it's nice to use my platform because people use the platforms in various ways. I think it's nice to be able to use it for something positive and to help earn money to help that cause. So yeah, I'm excited to be part of the fundraising.
For sure. And to end on the goodie bag, which is like a positive note, and obviously like, yeah, this has all been hard for to hear your story. It's so shit. So honestly, so sorry. I've got a question here, which is what's the biggest lesson that this experience has taught you? And I guess for like other people that might be having doubts, or women out there that have kind of been blindsided in a way, like have you got any advice or just anything that you want to say to them? Trust your instincts.
Yeah, trust your gut feeling. I feel like girls have a gut feeling about things, and I did start to have a gut feeling. On the last 2 days of us speaking, I had a really weird feeling, and I said to my friends, "Something's not right." You just know as a girl. I feel like girls have a gut feeling, and usually girls' gut feeling's not right. And also to listen to what people around you have said, because I feel like I'm the worst for it. But seeing like my friends that have been in situations, I'm like, you need to get out of that situation. It's not good for you. But at the time, you're so blindsided by it because you think the world of this person. And maybe, don't be so trusting. Yeah. I think I see the good in people and forget that actually it isn't always what it seems.
Lauren, thank you so much. It's been so nice having you on.
Thank you for having me.
I wish you all the best, and I hope that the rest of the year isn't as hard for you as this fucking January's been.
It couldn't get worse.
It couldn't get any worse than that, people. But thank you so much. It's so lovely chatting. Everyone at home, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify, and we will see you all very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.